Hello everyone and happy Tuesday to you and welcome to yet another haul on the Jack Valentine channel of me showing you things that I've been sourcing this spring because this spring the sourcing has been crazy good. So as we have kind of went over for the past 2 weeks straight, basically, the bin sourcing has been so good for the past 2 months at least, but it's not just that. The Goodwills, the consignment stores, the everything else has also been super banger lately. So today is yet another haul, but it is different from what we've been doing for the past couple videos. And we are going to be talking about what I have been arbitraging for basically the past 2 weeks. Now, I do apologize that I'm kind of very basically dressed right now, and also the lighting isn't perfect. I'm filming at a time that I don't usually film. It's actually like 4:30 p.m. on Monday. I just got back from the bins for the week, and the sun is lower in the sky than usually when I film. It also was a day I went to the gym and I still haven't changed, so this is just like my workout shirt. So I hope that's all okay, but I really wanted to get into this because I just really am excited to show you guys this stuff. That's the dealio. So first off, let's introduce what we're talking about and what places we're talking about. So when I say that I've been arbitraging this stuff, that mainly applies to the consignment stores. I mean, the technical definition is basically everything that we do as resellers. It's like to buy something at a certain price because you know it has more value in the market and mark it up. Like reselling and arbitraging are basically the same concept, but when resellers use the term arbitrage, it usually applies to retail stores or sometimes to consignment stores because it just sounds wrong to say like you thrifted at Clothes Mentor, Style Encore, or Plato's Closet, so we just say arbitraging. And people will say it about TJ Maxx and Marshalls and Nordstrom Rack and stuff like that as well. I have arbitraged from Clothes Mentors, I have arbitraged from Turnstiles, and then I do even have a couple things that I have got at regular Goodwills in the area. I just wanted to put it all together. So we're gonna do a little twist this time though, versus me just straight up hauling and showing you thing after thing after thing. I do have written down, since of course I paid a bit more than bins prices for these, the prices that I paid for every single item. I know there are quite a few of you that do really like these hauls along with or versus the bins hauls because you see the items that I am comfortable with paying more for, and it can kind of like let you in more on my brain on what I am comfortable with paying more for and what I think has like value that makes it worth taking the risk on. So I'm going to tell you the prices that I paid for each of these, and today I'm actually going to tell you kind of a 1 to 10 on my comfortability and confidence in each of these items, and I'm going to do that totally on the spot. I do not have that written down. I'm just going to tell you kind of like how confident I was in my mind when grabbing these. I would assume and hope all these are like over 5 on a scale of 1 to 10 just because I did pick them up. So I should hopefully be decently confident in them. So we got a couple categories, and I'll tell you the place I got them as we go. I'm gonna start off with bags because the one very luxurious, like luxury item is in the bags section. But then there are a lot of jeans because I am the denim dude now, apparently. I think I even made the thumbnail into something about being like denim king or denim dude if I'm planning it out right. And then I also have a pile of just kind of like other stuff like tops, regular pants, regular skirts, that type of stuff. I'm sorry, I'm making quite a few sales, which is like really great. I keep like, if it keeps editing weird, it's because I just sold 2 things randomly like right in a row, one on eBay, one on Posh. That's just like not common, and I was kind of scared that it was the same thing twice. Okay, so let's start off. Enough rambling, Jack. I have 4 bags, and I'm pretty sure the luxury one was in the thumbnail because I'm so excited about it, but let's start off with the non-luxury ones. So first up, I did purchase 2 Coach bags, and both of these are from Clothes Mentor. So these are arbitraged. First up is this Y2K tan satchel bag. I want to say that this is a Soho, but I don't think this is a Soho style. Well, this is kind of the Soho buckle. This might be a style of the Coach Soho. I know the next one is, but this one might be. So this I paid $40 for before tax, I believe. So this was priced at $39.99. Back in the day, a couple years back, I would have never even considered the possibility of spending that much on a bag this style, but these style bags are so in right now that it was a really easy decision for me. I would say I had like a 9 out of 10 confidence on spending that much on this bag. The only thing keeping it from a 10 is I need to get this sold before the trend goes away. So I am extremely confident that I will quickly be able to make a good chunk on this. 40 bucks. Steal of a deal on this. It's in great shape. There are like a couple scuffs because this is from the early 2000s, but really nothing too bad. These are really hot sellers right now. I was really excited to get the opportunity to purchase that. The other Coach is this black one. So this is a classic Soho flap bag. This actually originally was an outlet bag back in the day, and this is how nice, even in the early 2000s, Coach outlet leather used to be. I feel like it has downgraded quite a bit at this point. This one doesn't have its hang tag, which is honestly fine. I don't usually really care too much about that. This one was actually cheaper. This one was $31, so it was like $30.99. This I also would say I had like a 9 out of 10 confidence in. Again, I want to sell it before the trend goes away, but these are so popular. Honestly, this style is even more popular than the last one, though they both are extremely popular. So I have these priced quite high. I have room to drop the price. I have room to take offers. But yeah, I have these priced pretty high because of how ultra trendy those are right now. So my other non-luxury bag is a really, really cute one that I'm super, super excited about. So it's this small suede blue top handle bag, and it does have its crossbody actually inside. This thing is literally unused, like new condition. And this is a Sundance bag. I love selling Sundance, as you guys know, but I don't only like to sell the clothes. I love selling their shoes, bags, accessories, all that stuff. It all does so good for me. And all of their bags, or almost all of them at least, are made in Italy, maybe even Spain sometimes, but they use the nicest leather. I wish you guys could feel the suede on this. It is so, so nice. I feel like this color is so unique. And this thing was $21. Like, no questions asked. I would have paid probably up to like 40, maybe even for this. I have this priced at 150 because it's in such great shape. I think it retailed for 200 or 250. No questions asked. Like, 10 out of 10. Confidence in this, especially with how good the price was. No questions asked. Like, this was an instant buy for me. I love this bag. It's so cute. All right, so this might be one of my lower rated ones. That's okay. Anytime it's high-end luxury that I paid a good amount for, I cannot give it a 10 out of 10 on confidence. So I purchased this tiny little Givenchy top handle quilted bag. It is 100% authentic. This I actually picked up from Turnstile, my local Turnstile, fun fact. It has all the right markings of authentic Givenchy, like it has the Givenchy on the little clasp there. There is like a date code and serial number inside the inner pocket, but there's no way that's gonna show up. It is, again, nearly new condition. I feel like this individual used this maybe once or twice for 1 or 2 nights out. This is in like new condition, which made me super confident in it. When I'm talking flaws, the only flaws that I have been able to find are the ones you can actually see right here. There's like a little bit of like indentation on some of the leather, probably because this was maybe like stacked on other bags that this person owned. But this did cost me $186. Now, this again is a very trendy little style. It's very classy, very timeless in my opinion. It does retail for, of course, I was like $1,500 or something. I mean, 10 out of 10, I know I can make my money back on this easy. Like, if I have to, I can send it to the Real and I will still make a good chunk of money. I am trying it myself at first. Overall, I would probably give this like a 7 or 7.5 out of 10 on like the confidence scale. Again, I'm fully confident I'll make my money back easily. Givenchy's a little bit trickier of a luxury brand to sell, and I'm not a big like bag reseller, so I just don't go into it with full 100% confidence, but she's a stunner. I don't regret buying it. It does make me nervous spending that much money on something like this, but it's so cute. Okay, so let's do an interlude with all of the denim, and then we'll move on to the other items. So the denim dude is back. Jack the denim dude. Jack Valentine Jean. Jack Jean Valentine. I got a lot of jeans, possibly inspired by how much luck I have had with higher end designer denim lately. I don't know if designer denim's having a moment, or if I'm just getting lucky with the styles I'm selling, or if these specific brands that I'm picking up are having a moment. I don't really know. But I've been having a good time picking up jeans, and jeans are like the easiest thing to photograph of all time. I have no problem having luck with it. The first denim item that I have for you guys, I cannot find it in the posh room, so I'm gonna put up a picture here. But at a turnstile, I paid $20 for this Free People maxi denim skirt. Now, denim maxi skirts have been really in for like a good year, at least now. 2 years, maybe like 2 falls back at this point. They're just so popular, especially when they're like a trendier cut and they're by like a popular brand. This was a 10 out of 10 for confidence level. This thing I have priced at like $85 or $95 because it retailed for almost like $200, and I think it has a ton of likes already. So no questions asked, I would pay $20. I was gonna say $20 any day, but once denim maxi skirts are out of style, I obviously wouldn't. But for now, any day, I would pay 20 bucks for that Free People skirt. Okay, so here's the stuff that I actually have in front of me. First up, we have this pair of Paige jeans, and these are so freaking cute. These are called the Paige Alexis jeans, but these are size 27. There's the Paige logo, and we got the Paige on the back. These are some of my favorites that I have to show you jean-wise. These are some barrel leg, straight leg jeans, but nothing crazy. They just have the barrel leg darting right here. They really don't bow out super crazy wide or anything. There's just like an ever so slight bow from the barrel effect. These were 20 bucks, and these were at a Clothes Mentor. I think this first chunk is from a Clothes Mentor. So Clothes Mentor had, I think it was like 20% off on Earth Day, and that's where these jeans came from, and those Coach bags. These jeans were sold at Anthro. Of course, they were like sold at the regular Paige website as well. So I do have them listed under both. These I would say 10 out of 10 confidence in. Easily willing to pay $20 on something like this when barrel legs are so freaking popular. And Paige has been doing pretty well for me lately if it's a modern, trendy style. So I was really excited to find those. I feel like 20 bucks is a great deal on those. Next up, we have some Frame. Now, Frame, I'm a little less confident in. So these are Frame size 29 jeans, and this is a style I had never tried. They're called the Ruler. Think of more like a measuring ruler versus like a king. Like a ruler is in straight, because these are these straight leg ruler jeans. These also were actually sold at Anthro, which Frame is not sold at Anthro, I feel like, as frequently as some of the other higher end jean brands. These were 21 after the discount. These I would say I have like an 8 out of 10 confidence level in. None of this I regret buying, but I definitely think these might take me a little bit longer than say the Paige ones that I just showed you. But these are in like new condition. That's what I love when I do shop at Clothes Mentor, which isn't super frequently, but when I do, their stuff is always in really good shape. I think they just go over stuff very closely. That's nice. And yeah, again, I don't think I'll have trouble selling those decently fast. So I got another pair of Paige jeans. These are called the Sasha. These are a size 26. And these ones were $22 after the discount. So this pair is a really wide pair of jeans. These are adorable, and even once the barrel leg maybe isn't as trendy anymore, I think a nice wide leg, especially in the like bohemian customer base, is always in. They're a really nice like medium light wash. There's no crazy distressing, so whether distressing is in or out, it doesn't really matter with these. And 26 is like a pretty decent size. Of course, I think I'd like them to be a little bigger, because for me, I feel like 27 to 30 is kind of like super common sizing. So 26 is right out of that window, but I don't think it's too bad. I would pay $22 for these again easily. I would give these like a 9 out of 10 confidence. I think these will do fantastic. Again, they're Anthro as well, so I can list them under both. I think that applies for all of these ones, like these first 5 that I'm showing you. This brand, I'm a little more iffy on, but this is such a cute style once again. So these are Pistola. I don't even know if I've ever picked up Pistola anywhere besides the bins, like not even at a regular Goodwill. Yet, I paid $19 for this pair. So these are a size 27. Pistola does retail for less than, say, Page or Frame, but these are called the August jeans, unless that's the wash, I'm not sure. But these are also some really, really cute barrel leg jeans. And these have the darting kind of on the outside to create that like angle. And they also have this darting here to make it more slim at the ankle, just to give it that like barrel shape. These are adorable and so like ultra trendy right now. So these were also sold at Anthropologie, which I don't think Pistola is super frequently either, but these ones were. And I would give these like a 9 out of 10 on the confidence scale. I'd put them lower because of being Pistola, but I put them higher because of being so trendy. Next, we're moving on to some jeans that I got at a Goodwill. I went the day after discount day, so all these were full price at my local Goodwill. And the first pair is by Driftwood. So these are the Driftwood Wyatt jeans. I think as a reseller, you're either in love with selling Driftwood or you really don't like to. Like you have no luck or you really enjoy it. Ryan is more leaning towards the side of like not really liking selling Driftwood, whereas I really like to sell it. I feel like I have really good luck with it. So the Wyatt jean by Driftwood is a quite flared jean. Like not even boot cut. This is definitely like an actual flare. These are dark wash and these were $9. Now, I wouldn't go spending like the 20-ish that I spent on those past couple pair, but I thought for $9, steal of a deal. These are a 29 waist, they're 32 inseam, so they're that nice like long inseam flare that again like the boho crowd really likes. These are super cute. I wouldn't have paid too much more for these. Like I would have paid maybe up to like 11, maybe 12. Maybe 12 for these. They were actually sold at Sundance too, which is always a perk when you find Driftwood. Driftwood also can be at Anthro and Free People, just in case you find some. So next from Goodwill, this was a great Goodwill find. I found some Mother jeans. I never feel like I find Mother. These are the Mother high-waisted Runaway, which I think is like their bootcut name. And the wash is Change is in the Air. These ones were $9. Like I'll pay $9 for Mother any day, all day. Not skinny jeans, but basically any other style, I would definitely pay for Mother. 9.5 out of 10 on the confidence scale for these, just because it's a trendy, cute style from Mother. It was cheap. I know these will sell easily. As you can tell, a lot of this probably came from the same woman because these are all very similar in style. Not this one as much. So these are J. Crew. And it's interesting, so here's all the markings on the inside. There's not actually anything that says J. Crew. I just knew they were J. Crew. And when I got home, I realized like, oh, all the tags are cut out and stuff. Nothing actually proves these are J. Crew. Thank goodness the button snap does say J. Crew and all the little rivets also say J. Crew, or else someone might have thought I was lying. But these are the J. Crew Vintage Slim Straight. These were $8. I picked these up because this is like the newest labeling, this big like stamping on the waist, and also they're a tall. And if you've been here, you know that I do love selling like tall Athleta, tall Madewell, tall J. Crew. It all does really, really well. These were totally worth $8 just because, again, it's a very classic jean. Raw hem, no distressing, mid-wash, and the fact that they're tall. The slim isn't my favorite. I've had good luck with this style anyways. The slim is just like a little bit trickier than like classic straight. So I'd say like 8 out of 10 confidence level on those J. Crews. Like I said, I hadn't noticed at the store that there was like no actual tag that said J. Crew. So that's kind of annoying, but it's fine. Next up are some Pilcro jeans. Now this has taken us to Turnstile. These are Pilcro by Anthropologie and they are a size 18. So it's a very uncommon sizing, at least like from what I find for any Anthropologie, but especially Pilcro. But it's not just the size. These are also such a cute pair of jeans. These are, if you hear any French Bulldog snoring, it's our French Bulldog Will. These are ultra wide jeans. They have pleating accents, which have been really, really popular lately. And they are cuffed which has been really popular for this season of spring. I love that they actually have the little Pilcrow P on the back pocket. I feel like I don't often see that. They're a really nice dark wash. They're in really good shape. And I think I said that these were $16, but if I didn't, these were $16, which I thought totally worth it. If these were $20, I still would have picked them up. I really am confident in these. I would give them a 10 out of 10. Easy. These were also from the Goodwill. This is another pair of driftwood. I think this is a slightly older driftwood labeled as actual like leather, I think, patch. These are called the Farah. I think these are a lot cuter, but they did mark these higher. A similar-ish style. These are once again a super flared jean. They're more of a like classic wash, so like a light medium. They are unhemmed at the bottom, which is factory done. This is how they're supposed to come. And they have all this really fun kind of like stitching and pleating and accenting along the waist at the front and the back. These ones are a size 29, which I think the other ones were too, so I'm sure it's from the same woman. These ones were $13. So I was really questioning these ones when I found them because 13 is a little out of my budget when it comes to driftwood normally, but then I did some comp research. There were listings for this exact pair over $100, like $115, $130. So that was a pretty easy convincing for me. I was like, all right, never mind, I'm getting them. They were sold at Sundance as well, but I still will list them under Sundance and under Driftwood. Then I, at Goodwill, found some Citizens jeans, which is kind of one of the instigators of me becoming the denim dude lately. Citizens of Humanity, this is the premium vintage label, which when it has this tag in it, I will usually put that in the description. This is the Daphne crop style. I think it's newer Citizens jeans that have this like style label. Otherwise, if you find slightly older ones, there is this style on the bottom of this tag right here. There's a style code and a style name. These are a size 24, so they are a smaller size. The Daphne is just like a classic straight leg. This is a really good wash, and it has the raw ankle to it. These ones were $13, which for Citizens, in my opinion, modern Citizens jeans is a steal. Citizens, I know for a fact, has been having like a big moment for the past maybe like year and a half. So this was a 10 out of 10. Like there's no way I was gonna leave Goodwill without picking these up. So let's do the other pair because there were two pair and they actually had them up in the like boutique section at the front, so I guess they know Citizens, but that kind of makes sense because the brand's been around forever. This is another like newer pair, another premium vintage jean, and these are the Isola, which is a really common style. I don't remember if all Isolas are boot cut or if it's just certain ones, but these ones are semi-flared, so probably boot. These were also 13. Again, easy decision, especially like with the current Citizens environment, climate, whatever, like easy. Last up for denim. If you've not been paying attention because you don't care about jeans, this is the last one. So this is a pair of AG, which is not my favorite brand of jeans to sell, but every once in a while it's a good style. So these are the AG Angel jeans, which are boot cut with a long inseam. I think these are like a mid-rise and they have flared at the bottom. Boot cut, but like a bigger boot cut, not like a super slim boot cut. These were sold at Anthro, which really honestly pushed me over the edge of buying these. These were 11. I really debated if I should get these. But this exact style is like still on the Anthro website with really cute model pictures retailing for like $248. So I just kind of like couldn't find a good reason to not get them. Like again, AG is not the best denim brand like performance wise, but like it's a good style. They're size 28, so it's a good size. It's from Anthro. It has a high retail. I don't know. I feel like it's just the positive arguments outweighed the negatives for sure. And so I would give those probably like a more of a 7.5 out of 10 confidence wise, maybe 8, but more like 7.5 just because they're AG. Alrighty folks, let's wrap this up with some regular spring adorable clothing. So first up is my last bottoms from this video, and it is this Sundance pair of shorts. They're XL, super, super freaking cute. These are some linen printed bohemian shorts, and these cost me $11. So I thought 11 was a great deal on these. I once again hit a 20% off sale to get these. They were usually like almost 14. So cute. Such a good size. So cute. So good for the season. Linen, so great material. 10 out of 10. Totally confident in that purchase. Then we have a Leah and Viola. Now I've talked about this brand a couple times because it can be anthro, but it definitely isn't always. I do like to pick up the anthro pieces, but if it's not anthro, I do not like to pick it up. So this is a really cute black and white kind of polo sleeveless knit top. This was like quite cheap. This was $9 after the discount. If this was any more, I wouldn't have got it. Literally, even if it was 10, I don't think I would have bought it. So it just barely hit like a price I was willing to pay on it. It's really cute. It is an anthro one, and I've been selling J. Crew polos. I've sold 2 of them that look a lot like that, and they've been going really, really fast. So I kind of based it off of that. Then, speaking of J. Crew, we have a J. Crew newer label piece. This is a size medium. It is the new black label. This is like a sequined, embellished, knit, sleeveless top. As you can see, there's like beads and sequins literally all throughout the front. Otherwise, it's ribbed underneath all of the embellishments. This top was 11. I would give this like a 7.5 confidence. That might have been too much to pay for this. I've just been on such a roll with J. Crew that I was like, oh, no questions asked. Probably shouldn't have paid so much. I'm sure I'll make my money back. I'm sure it'll sell in not too long. So I'm not too bad. A little bit lower confidence than some of this other stuff. Then I found 2 Polo Ralph Lauren sweaters that are so cute, and they're very like spring sweaters. So this is a size small Polo Ralph Lauren, and this is like a crochet knit striped puff sleeve, short sleeve sweater. It's got all these kind of different types of patterns of embroidery and crochet to it, and then it has this like tied kind of waist, almost with a peplum effect. I mean, basically with a peplum effect, which take that as you will. This was 11. And if you don't know, like Polo Ralph Lauren actually is really expensive new. And this is the newest label. It always has this like QR code on the side. I was quite confident in picking this up. 11 is a really good price. I thought it was a really cute style. It's really good for the season. So I'd give this like a 9.5 or 9 out of 10 for my confidence. This one I was even more confident in. So maybe we'll give that last one a 9 and this one a 9.5. So this one is also Polo Ralph Lauren, size medium this time. And this is like a multicolor, you almost look like an Easter egg sweater. Again, like that crochet open knit. It's so freaking cute. It has that same like puff sleeve effect. I love this sweater. It is so cute. Yeah, I'd give this a 9.5 out of 10 for confidence. I'm sure I will not have that for very long. Then we have a one-piece swimsuit. This is a really adorable like anchor rope printed swimsuit. As you guys know, I don't really like to sell swim. Every once in a while, I don't mind some of it. This is by a brand that I have had luck with called Seafoley. That is definitely a swim bolo brand. This swimsuit, it doesn't have the retail, but it was like over $100. I think this was like 120 new. And get this, after the discount, this cost me 10. And it retailed for over $100. And it's new with tags, with the like sanitary liner and everything. 10 out of 10 confidence. This had really good comps. It even clearanced out like really high. Deal. Like that'll be an easy sell. That is a size 8, so it's also a really good size. This one I probably paid like more than I would normally be comfortable with, but I am pretty confident in it. So this is like a slip little intimate style tank top. It is new with tags from Reformation. Reformation also seems like it's had kind of like a comeback and it's having a pretty good like moment. It's got this like ruffly details to it right there. So this I paid 18 for, which is a lot. This did retail for I think 100 and it had really good comps again. My thought with this was like, I'm not gonna make $1 million, but I think it'll sell quick. So confidence level 8 out of 10. This is adorable. So this is, besides J. Crew, this is my other kind of like big brand of the year, and that is Tuckernuck. But this is a Tuckernuck brand called Pomander Place. This is a size medium, and this is a gauzy cotton swim cover with all this like piping detail that's in a different color from the pink like body. This was a really good price. This was from Clothes Mentor. This was $14, which is like a 10 out of 10. No questions asked. I was picking this up. $14, honestly, for almost like any tucker neck piece in 2025. Steal of a deal. So that is a 10 out of 10 confidence-wise. This isn't the other piece that I probably paid a little too much for. So this is a Nation LTD piece. It's a size medium, which I feel like when I find Nation, it's always extra small. But this is an emerald green, really, really cute ribbed, like cotton puff sleeve blouse. This was $13, which is a little higher than I would like to do. I'd probably at the most want to pay $10 for this. I just feel like with the color and with it being a medium, it'll sell really well and really fast. So like 8.5 confidence on that one. This is a really expensive brand that if you do not know, this is definitely a bolo. It is called Trovata. It always says Birds of Paradise on it, but I believe the brand is really just like Trovata. This was at Ever Eve, though that's not the only place that sells this brand. And this blouse retailed for $288, which is crazy. So it's this really cute top. I've actually had this top from them in a different print before. This I paid $18 for, probably more than I would like to, but especially because it was new with tags for $288, I found it hard to say no to it. Again, I'm sure it'll sell. I'm sure I'll make my money back. It just might take a little bit. All right, we got like 3 more things. Next up is actually a cashmere piece. It is J. Crew, and this is a cashmere yellow polo. It's a size large, so again, a good size. It's like literally canary yellow. This is adorable. This is so cute. When I saw this, I was like, please be like a halfway decent price. And after the discount, this was $15. I felt like that was totally worth it. When I have a good piece of J. Crew cashmere, I can get like for sure over $50, sometimes around $75. If it's really, really good, I've gotten like $100 plus. I love to sell J. Crew cashmere. $15 for this was a steal. I think it's from 2023. 10 out of 10 confidence in that one. Then we have a Tolani piece. I'm not a huge fan of selling Tolani. I like it most when it's from Ever Eve, Sundance, or Anthro. This is a kimono with this really nice embroidery all throughout like the sleeves and along the trim. This is a one size fits all. This was only $10 after discount, and it is an Ever Eve Tolani. So that's what sold me on this. I still would only give it like a 7.5 out of 10 just because Tolani is a little trickier for me. And last but not least is a J. Crew piece. J. Crew outlet, and it is size 0, but it's new with tags, retailed for $90, and it's super trendy. So it's this button denim vest. I feel like this is so adorable. It's such a good style. This was $10. So, especially with new with tags and with how trendy it is, I thought that was worth it. I'd probably honestly give this like a 9 out of 10. Just because the size 0 and being outlet is a little iffy for me, but it's such a cute style. Anyways, let me know what you thought of this video. Was it a little too much talking, a little too much word salad? I feel like maybe I worked too many things into one, saying where it was from, the price, and my confidence rating. But I just wanted to try something new. And I know that those of you that do like the non-bins hauls really like them and really like to get kind of like my input and my reasoning for things. So that's why I did that. But let me know what you guys thought. Let me know if there are things in here that you would not have paid that much for. I would love to hear your feedback. Otherwise, I will see you sometime this week. We haven't yet decided if Ryan's haul is going to be Thursday or if I'm going to do a bins haul. And then don't worry, I will at some point soon bring back some like non-hauls. It's just been such good sourcing that it's been hard to not do a bunch of hauls because I'm so excited about all the stuff. But I will catch you guys when you decide to see me next. Goodbye.